Hello, and welcome to the Bighead City Historical Site. Today we are going over the history of what we now know as our beautiful city. Due to our archaeologists and paleontologists, we can fully understand the city's history. It all began millions of years ago, which the first caveman settlers arrived on our land. They were called the Bigliantidas. Liantidas, or which translated from the elders, means big-headed or large cranium. From fossil evidence, historians say that their large heads made them smarter. This is due to the fact that they had already developed proper clothing before the early Homo sapiens. They made their clothing out of soft animal hides and skins. But like other Homo sapiens, they weren't as intelligent as us, even with their superior intelligence. But alas, they managed to survive the harsh weather with their superior intellect. They built various tipas and fires. When they first arrived, no other creatures were first found until we think around 194 million years ago, where the first animals arrived onto the new civilization. Weird aquatic creatures and colorful fungal were one of the first animals to arrive, along with various mammals brought from the Bigliantidas. With these new aquatic creatures, several ponds began forming. These were a sign of a miracle to the Bigliantidas. They began to wonder about if there was a god watching over the land, protecting them and the land, and offerings to the god to please it and protect them. Until 200 CE, the Bigliantidas were thriving, hunting, and teaching. Young ones were being taught, adults were hunting and making their homes, until a 2-ton meteor started hurtling towards the center of the Bigliantidas, going at 45 miles per hour. The heat burnt most of Bigliantidas and their homes, leaving only a giant crater in the ground. While adults came back from hunting, they uttered in shock of the sign of the meteor and their homes, crushed under the weight of the space rock. The remaining Bigliantidas began scavenging for remaining resources and family. Alas, 93% of the Bigliantidas species were gone, leaving the remaining to beg the god for mercy. They believed the god was angry as for not getting enough gifts. Then they began chipping away the rock, trying to make a carving of the supposed god, trying to please it. But the rock began to rumble. As it crumbled away, something began to supposedly emerge from inside the rock. A tall, spindly creature emerged from the rock. The Bigliantidas believed that it was the god himself. As they began to follow the god, treating it with royalty, the god was pleased and began realizing where they were and what these creatures are. The god supposedly then treated them with honor and respect, gaining their trust, when in reality the creature had no intention of helping and freeing the Bigliantidas free. The creature then manipulated them, doing whatever bidding it was. As the civilization started to grow back, one Bigliantidas, known as Bighead Gipliani, saw it through the creature's actions and confronted it. The creature, displeased with Gipliani catching on, he ordered that Gipliani be executed for false accusations. When the others completed the creature's orders, others too began catching on to his scheme and was then confronted by the entire civilization. He was then casted out from the group and was sent to be executed by fall in a giant gorge, never to be seen again, making the group officially and finally free from the creature's terror. And in honor of his defeat, the civilization finally declared that they officially owned that land, sealing the fate of the city forever.